Behold in despair your new master.
If you're hearing our voices, that means it's time for It's This Meets That, the podcast where we watch terrible movies so you don't have to, but maybe you should. It's a new week, which means a new movie, which means it's trailer trash time. I'm Russ.
I'm Jared.
So Jared, what Wheel of Pain are we attaching ourselves to this time?
Funny you should ask. It's Conan the Barbarian.
Mm-hmm.
I almost left that quote at just "Behold in despair" because that's how I felt.
That's how I felt watching this. And you should we should be clear that it's Conan the Barbarian, the 2011 Conan the Barbarian.
Sorry, yes. The trailer looks like it's it looks like we're in for trouble. I'm not excited about this anymore.
Yeah, that's fair.
So in case anyone is thinking that this is just a simple remake of the 1982 Conan the Barbarian, it's not. It's a reboot.
It is a reboot, right?
Yeah, it's totally different.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it looks the same, but allegedly a different plot.
But not really, though.
Yeah. All right. So, a vengeful barbarian warrior sets off to get his revenge on the evil warlord who attacked his village and murdered his father when he was a boy.
It's pretty much the exact same logline for the original movie, except swap out father for mother. Well, it's both his parents get killed in the first one.
Yeah. Yep. It's pretty much the same.
Pretty much the same. So, yeah. And here we are. Well, before we get into kind of tearing apart the trailer, fan service, what do we have it?
I think the saga might have ended.
The meat saga, the MEAT saga is over.
Yep. For those of you dear listeners who have been following along, waiting anxiously for the next development to drop. I've had a couple of back and forths with the last meat email sender, Carol, and unfortunately Carol stopped writing back. So
she doesn't care about us.
Yeah. I mean, it's safe to say either someone was having a goof and the goof got boring, or
goofs can do that.
Yep. Or Carol just, gave up, realized her mistake. We're not a butcher shop in Nebraska,
and has moved on. So I think that closes out the meat saga.
Yeah. I hope not. I hope it comes back again someday.
It might, who knows, but yeah, that's it. So
if you're out there, Meat Lover 29 or Kenny Hudson or Kathy Cook or Carol, like, please,
the whole gang,
write us
really.
again.
Yeah,
write us again. Abe, if you're out there listening, you finally, it seems like you're not very familiar with email, so you're probably not super familiar with podcasts, but
yeah, definitely not. Yeah.
If you get to it, we'd love to have your ears. Yeah,
just hit us up. All right, so enough of that stuff. So Conan the Barbarian, 2011, huh?
Yeah.
So okay. Well,
why did we do this one again?
I don't know.
I think I was pushing for this one, wasn't I?
Yeah, you were, and I was like, oh yeah, this movie.
You're like, we might not be that bad. I think I remember you saying.
Yeah, I think I definitely said. I was like, oh yeah, it'll probably just be an action movie. I don't know. Do you want to just get right into the trailer?
Yeah, I guess so.
Let's just get right to it. Let's just try. Let's just get through this. Pull it off like a Band-Aid.
Power through. Yep. I mean, beautiful, like, opening scene there. A little cliff overlooking a storm.
Yeah, Conan riding a horse. Landscape, beautiful looking, pretty epic, right?
Gorgeous CGI scenery.
Yep. And then we get a voiceover from like some elder, wise monk-ish sounding guy, right?
Yep.
Talking about a warrior, and then we get some kind of intercuts of Conan doing some sword stuff, swinging a sword, right?
Yep. A journey and a man. Okay.
Yeah. And then there's a lady who's intrigued by this warrior, right?
Always is.
Always is. It's just kind of oldest tale of time there.
Talking about their paths are going to merge, which sounds kind of sexy.
Yeah, definitely a little, double wordplay there going there. A little tundra. Yeah. And then we get to our production company. So pretty straightforward. Lionsgate, Millennium, and it's Paradox, I think. Paradox,
okay, thank you.
Films. Yeah.
I was like, I can't read this.
It's a pretty terrible logo.
Yeah, it's like the worst logo of all time. I was like, Burrito?
Peridu,
Paraido.
Paraido.
But
Yeah,
Lionsgate legit.
Yeah. I mean, we've done a couple of their movies. I think some of their straight to the DVD bin movies, but
yeah, maybe Lionsgate's less legit than we think.
there could be something underneath that. Who knows? And we've done Millennium. We've done Millennium too.
Yep, but I think they're like the only major studio that we've done really, other than Disney.
Yeah,
or we've got Disney coming up, but we've got like I don't know. Lionsgate seems to come up more than any other.
Yeah.
Like real studio.
Yeah, they straddle this line of like terrible movies, but then like they have like a handful of really good movies. So I don't know.
Yeah, Fox, keep up the good work, I guess.
You just never know. So then we get the logos, and then we get some, cue the epic music, right? And then there's chain.
Are there elephants? So there's like a volcano exploding, and then I heard elephants.
I don't remember.
You don't remember hearing like it's like weird elephant noises happening?
No, not at all.
All the samurai, like the.
Oh, I just like a bunch of samurai. What movie? Did you watch the same trailer? Are we watching the same movie right now? I thought it just went to like a shot of like all the people who were like chained up and Rose McGowan doing some sword pointing in a very clearly bad green screen looking.
Oh yeah, no, that's in here too.
Oh, okay. With the elephants and samurai?
Yeah, interspersed with that. Yeah, there's like samurai elephants.
I think I'm hoping that there's elephants and samurai in the movie, but
maybe a land boat.
Yeah, I didn't quite get the land boat. What is that thing?
I don't know. It looked like the samurai were carrying it. I don't remember the thing that. Or there was an elephant underneath it. I'm not sure.
Oh, there were animals that were helping pull the land boat.
Sure.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Okay. And the samurai were just people with masks on.
Right.
Not everyone with a mask on is a samurai, dude. Like,
yeah, sure.
Okay.
Tomato.
I definitely. I was already like, I'm not even sure what's happening. I don't even know why I care about anything.
Yeah, I'm so confused. How are you fighting back so much?
There's elephants and samurai.
Yeah, elephants. Everything I'm saying is reasonable.
Yeah, you're right, actually. And then we get our first shot of Stephen Lang just looking as he's the bad guy, pretty much.
Yep. Old in despair.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a huge fan. I like Stephen Lang. He's pretty great. I think he should be a good, awesome bad guy. I mean, he was an Avatar, so.
Yeah, I've never seen him in anything except Avatar, so.
Yeah,
I'm on board.
That's fair.
I forgot he was in that. So
then then there's some dialogue about despair, blah, 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 trying to sound all gloom and doom. It's like, all right, man, just relax, have a glass of milk. It'll be fine. And then it just cuts to like some new metal, like hard rock music.
Yes, I thought it was Korn or something. It was like, when darkness surrounds. You're like,
what is happening right now? And then there's
okay.
Like, what? Interesting. Interesting choice of music. And then there's some lady talking about raising the souls of unspeakable evil. I think that's Rose McGowan probably talking. And then a shot of Stephen Lang just being him and a giant snake thing that's taking dudes down. And like, I think at this point, like the trailer just kind of cranks it to 11.
Yep. It's when evil grows.
Yeah. And then, there's the title screen, When Evil Grows. And then it's like more intercuts of like Lang and then some dude talking about warriors and
pounding of chest, lots of chest pounding.
A lot of chest pounding. I mean, that's what you did back then. Not that then was ever a time, I think, but
sword raising.
It's like,
in the very real distant past, this is like right around when Jesus is coming up. Just a boy. Jesus is just a boy at this point.
Yes, Jesus is just a boy. So we get a legend. And then we get the line from Conan, right? He's just like, no man should live in chains. I couldn't
hear anything he said. Like, I get it. We get our first dialogue out of Conan, and I can't hear anything he's saying over the music.
Yeah, it's what is going on? And I was just like, okay, things are happening. And then Conan's riding a horse, looking all badass. More sword playing.
Real Dothraki vibes.
Yeah, 100%. We get another title card, so we got a legend will rise, obviously not him. So I don't know. This was just like it felt like it was cut. I don't know, to make it really interesting, but it didn't seem like it actually was.
Yep. Yep.
I don't know.
Yeah. I don't get any sense of the plot at all.
Oh yeah, there's none. There's absolutely none. There's zero thing going on, and it's just like cutting to like random stuff. And there's like a shot of Lang like either hunting or maybe being hunted. He's like in like a kind of like a dungeony looking space, and then
that's when you get the Momoa's best Christian Bale like, I will follow you to hell.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Oh, okay.
I was like, yeah, okay. For what? I don't.
What?
Yeah. Then the rock music kicks up another notch, which I didn't think it could.
Mm-hmm. Female vocals now on the Korn song.
Yep, female vocals. Yep, some chanting type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's just a bunch of like intercut shots like this. It's a pretty like generic, boring trailer, and it's just like intercuts of like fighting, some arrows raining down. There's some what's supposed to look like an epic battle, I guess, and then
and
then Conan doing the whole thing where he just bitch slaps a horse with a big chain.
Yeah, inexplicably.
I was like, what? Okay.
There's like a weird sexy scene that I don't know, that seems really out of place. That kind of just
kind of yeah.
Tossed in for a second.
Yeah, kind of like Tyler Durden kind of cut it in there real quick. It's like, wait, what? What was that?
Mm-hmm.
People base jumping, like swimming,
punching at the camera because it was 3D.
Oh, I love that. I love it when it's like forced, like, this is a 3D movie. Here comes the axe at your head.
Whoa, Rose McGowan punched me.
Whoa, right in the face. Ugh. I didn't realize this movie was 3D. 2011. I guess that was like kind of like when 3D was right.
Prime.
And it kind of all fired up.
Mm-hmm. Then there's that woman, Rose McGowan, right, throwing dust in Conan's eyes, but then it's not throwing dust in his eyes, and it turns into cool dust monsters. And I was like, wait a second, calling it right now, that's going to be the best scene in the movie.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it looks cool. I was like, oh, this is pretty badass. This is fun, right? Sand, like these sand monsters or whatever they were.
Yeah, that was cool.
And then just like a slow-mo stuff, which I hope they don't do all the like overkill with like the slow-mo like sword coming by 3D. It's gonna be so obnoxious. It's like
bullet time.
Yeah, it's like, and there's just like a shit ton of random stuff just all happening like cut together, and it's like more sexy time scene, just more
lots of
stuff
pointing swords, like pointing swords at things.
I mean, that's I think it's a valid way to point at something, maybe, right?
Yeah, I guess. And that's when the music gets like really punchy, dramatic, like dum 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 dum.
Yeah, is it still the rock music at this point? I can't remember.
Kind of. It's like half and half.
And then definitely still more shots that were like made for 3D. And then what happens then? Yeah, then it's just him fighting sand monsters more, and then it's like the trailer just like then scales even further up, and it's just more shots of more sexy time, more fireballs and rocks and swords and
swinging him around, like doing his big, you can tell they had Jason Momoa probably do this 1,000 times for the movie. They're like, oh, you know how in like Conan and everything you can imagine in history, like all of the other times you've seen Conan, how he's always like doing that cool swing around with his sword, like his whole body, like really impractical way of fighting anyone. Just do that a bunch.
Just do that a bunch. It'll look cool.
He's like, I'm dizzy, guys.
I can't swing.
I imagine is what he sounds like.
And then just like culminates, and then stuff's going crazy, and then we get boom, title card, Conan the Barbarian.
Mm-hmm.
And then we get the classic trailer move where they cut immediately to some post title card action, quick cut, just swords doing swordy things in 3D.
And then join the Barbarian Army on Facebook.
Way to kill the vibe, Soch Mead.
Yeah, gross.
Oh my god. So have you seen the original Conan the Barbarian? You've seen the original, right?
Yeah, but not in 20 years.
Yeah, me neither. But
at least,
I mean, I've definitely seen it. I would say if you had no idea who Conan the Barbarian was, had never seen those movies, or even knew that this character existed, and you watched this trailer, you would have absolutely no clue what was going on.
Oh yeah, no, none.
Like
none. I don't expect them to clear that up.
I don't either. I think the trailer is going to be. I feel like the trailer is going to be a perfect summing up of what the movie is. I think.
Yeah.
Where it's just
What's
like. chaotic and kind of just things happening.
Yeah, I mean, Conan is like a crappy character. Like Conan is not a good character. Like not particularly well fleshed out. Like there's not a ton of backstory. Like it is what it is.
Yeah, it's pretty straightforward revenge, story, whatever, and
action slasher.
Yeah,
like it's like it kind of reminds me almost of what's that the one that Disney did a few years ago there, the John Carter from Mars kind of thing.
Oh yeah.
Like that where it's like a super old, like Conan is like it wasn't like the 40s or something or
early 30s actually.
It's going to be like that kind of thing where it's like, oh, it's just action for action's sake. I think the best case scenario is we get a John Carter Mars situation.
Ooh.
And I enjoyed that movie.
I barely remember it, but it's whatever.
That's what I hope this is. Like, oh, it was fun. I hope I can say.
Yeah. I mean, it's Conan the Barbarian, so it's not like you're expecting much, right? Like expectations are just pretty low, right? Like it's just like, okay, I don't know, just be a cool sword fighting action sequence movie, right?
Yeah. Conan with no Arnold is my expectations are low.
Yeah, no Arnie, no Conan. But I don't know. I like Jason Momoa, so maybe he can. I think he can hold his own.
Yeah. But, I mean, this is like right when he was about to like come into his prime, right? Like this like same year Game of Thrones comes out.
Yep.
Aquaman's only a few years away.
Oh,
Jason. 2 faithful years.
Oh, Jason, come on.
Yeah. Which reminds me that he's not a good actor. I forgot.
No, but he's likable though. I want to have a beer with him sometime. But
sure. Would you have a beer with the Barbarian?
Yeah, I think so. Just agree with whatever they say, and you'd be fine.
Yeah, that seems fair.
I mean, for Barbarian, he's got a pretty good, lexicon, pretty good, grasp of language, and
yeah, I forgot that this universe is odd. Nothing matters even more than usual.
It's fantasy, so you can kind of do whatever you want. But
yeah.
So I think that's it for the trailer. I think we pretty much covered like what we're expecting out of this thing. So
yeah, Dust People are definitely gonna be the best part of this movie. Convinced right now. Prediction.
Yeah, I think that the sand monsters, dust monsters are gonna be awesome, or I'm hoping they are. And I definitely want to get to the bottom of the land boat.
Yeah. There's got to be elephants here. We'll talk. We'll
figure it all out. But I think that's it. So thanks for listening. We'll be back next week with the full breakdown of Conan the Barbarian 2011.
Mm-hmm.
But in the meantime, you can follow us on Instagram at It's This Meets That, and we're ITMT Pod on Twitter.
Mm-hmm. Or if you're feeling old-fashioned, you can always send us an email at itsthismeetsthat@gmail.com, or you can find all of our episodes at itsthismeetsthat.com.